2004, 2008, and I'm really feeling a pleasure here because there were some interesting memories. And while you were running the video, Nitin was saying that we also remember a time when we were fighting for PCI getting approved in this institute. And we were outside the college saying that we want PCI, though it doesn't matter to me today because I have not got even registered to PCI because I have never used my certificate of the pharmacy which is there. So first of all, my warm welcome to each and every one of you to come here, and special thanks to all the faculties out there who has really organized us. So it's a privilege for me to be here standing in front of you. And I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, myself. I'll talk about, my name is Manish, I don't know whether you know me or not. And first alumni batch, which I already talked about, 2004 to 2008. Currently, I'm working as a country sales manager for Medtronic, which is a medical device company working in India. And it cannot be, right that I don't thank my foundation batch colleagues. So Pradeep is here with me. Avinash is there, which is also your professor out here. He was part of our batch. Because being part of this foundation batch is not a small accomplishment when we talk about. Because the journey was filled with its own set of challenges, and I can speak from my experience that we were pioneers who laid the foundation for this entire institute. So thank you to my colleagues and all the teachers which are there. Looking back, I truly believe what we have accomplished is something remarkable. We have started with this batch with no seniors. So we don't have the concept of seniors in 2004 because there were no seniors for us. For having no experience of either taking ragging or giving ragging, because we have not given ragging, so we don't know how to take ragging also. So that was a very interesting experience for all of us. Both sides were challenging for us. Either we talk about this side or the other side, and they taught us really immense amount of knowledge. Being from the first batch where we didn't have seniors, to our faculties who stepped us as mentors and helped us in terms of making sure that they are guiding us in each and every step. So I would like to thank all my faculties today because we didn't have seniors to talk about what to do in life, what we can do in life. But I would like to thank all of my professors, and specifically I'll talk few of the names. If I'm missing someone, please pardon me for that. I'll start with Dr. Late Vaikumar sir, who started the institute. Sadish sir is here. Meenakshi ma'am is here. Ashumita sir is not there part of the institute, but Ashumita sir was there. We have Shikha ma'am, we have Riti ma'am, we have Rashkumari ma'am, we have Rashkumar sir, who's not here but who was, I think, one of the oldest members. So when you enter your institute, please go and see him because he's the foundation like us. As I reflect on this journey, I believe that everything began right here in this institute. And when I look into this audience, I see so many bright faces, eager faces, reminding of my own when I sat in those chairs 17 years ago, full of dreams, full of excitement, and full of uncertainty, what is going to come next. Today I am not just an alumni but also a person who has lived 17 years of corporate life, moved into ladders in different organizations out there. So I would like to talk a little bit about my journey and the story. Gaur, thank you for coming. Gaur is also a part of our batch, which is alumni out there. Thanks for being here. I was just thanking everyone. So I want to thank you also as a part of the alumni batch. The one thing which I really see in pharmacy lacking today is, as being pharmacists, we often limit ourselves with only opportunities in pharmacy. And the challenge is because in my entire experience of around 17 years, I've spent around 14 years in medical devices. And what we focus today is only just focus that, okay, there is only 2 or 3 jobs which are available in pharmacy, either we go to R&D, sales, or regulatory or other things. But we are missing a big opportunity which is medical device. So I want to take a little time to talk about this industry, which is medtech and medical devices. India is becoming a hub for this innovation. And if you have an interest either in sales, marketing, R&D, regulatory or anything, this device industry provides a dynamic and highly rewarding space you to explore. So please don't miss out on the bus. Just to talk about a little numbers, a per capita spend, I don't know whether you understand this term, please go out and research this term, per capita spend of medical device, which means in terms of the GDP share and what is our healthcare spend, we are spending $3 today in medical device. And when we talk about other countries, which is Brazil, $28, Russia, $43, and USA, $304, which means we have a scope to grow 100 times in this space. In pharmaceutics, we are already kind of globally number one, but medtech is the booming stage. To talk about my journey in sales, I would say that I started with the bottom, like most of you will out there with a liability, and moved into levels across organization, which is moving into a manager position, then moving into marketing, and then now what the role which I am doing, which is a country sales lead role. I would like to talk about some journey in this entire 17 years, and please bear with me, and there are a lot of people who are alumni will be able to understand what I am talking about. The three things which is very important for you to succeed in the upcoming time is hard work, focus and consistency. And I'll talk about all three, one by one. And I'll talk about my early days. I will not talk about the basics of it, okay, you need to do hard work, you need to do step-by-step approach. No, I'm just going to talk about my experience of my life. So in early days when I joined as a medical representative in Eli Lilly, as my first organization, there were two major challenges when I joined the hard-hitting ground in Eli Lilly, and I faced, and many of you have faced that, was that you are competing with BA and BSc. And I'm not demeaning anyone. It's not here to demean that, okay, these institutes or the person who's coming with that background is wrong. The point is the expectation and the kind of investment you do in pharmacy, they have not done that. If they have not done that, they don't have that aspiration to grow. But you have an aspiration to grow. So how do you outlast that? That's the first challenge. The second challenge was in terms of, because there is no manager to look after you in the field on a daily basis out there. So you are your own manager. So why should I put myself on a daily basis and if no one is paying attention to? And that is a main dilemma today when you go into sales of any industry where no one is watching you. So here today you have faculties who are watching you. Tomorrow you go to a pharmaceutical industry where everyone is watching you with the camera. But in sales it is not like that. You are on your own. And when you are on your own, you have to motivate yourself. So there were two kind of people I found in that category. One was, they said no one is watching. Why to put an extra effort? And they used to work 7 to 8 days in a week. Only go to the critical accounts, whatever is needed, and relax. If no one is watching me, why should I put my extra effort? On the other hand, there were people, and I can tell I was one of them, that's why I'm taking, which is no matter what the circumstances are, no matter it is raining or it is 42 degrees in the temperature, I would like to go into the field, meet few customers, meet our physicians, develop a relationship which is beyond just sales and numbers. To me, the concept is like an SIP. I don't know whether you will be hearing a lot about SIP today, that okay, do SIP out in general. But I talk about that compounding interest out there and how does that compounding work in career. So over years, you will see people who will not be investing that extra effort. So when you start an SIP, you will put in a very small amount, and after 2 years you will say, this is what I've got. It is nothing. But see that after 15 years, that small and extra effort will lead to a huge investment for you. Same is like running a marathon. I don't run marathon, by the way. I'm giving an example. We have a marathon runner here, Pradeep. I think he can talk more than me on running marathons. But running a marathon is not just about running, it's about consistency. So sometimes when you start, you get nothing. You are miles away. So you have done 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, and you know you have to go another 40. And nothing is moving, little is not moving at all. There are 2 kinds of people again who will say, leave it. It doesn't matter. And there are people who will consistently do week on week, daily, and make sure that they achieve that marathon. So my request to you is be a marathon runner. Be a SIP, either to your companies, either to your employer, or either for yourself. Because in long run, that small investment you are making on yourself is going to pay off. When you start feeling that these results doesn't come right now, you lose the hope. So I would say, please don't lose that hope. Maybe not today, they might come, tomorrow they might come. So to give an example, today I have a liberty to work from home, being part of my role. And I was talking to Pradeep coming back that not even a single day I have taken a 30-minute nap while I'm working from home. No one is watching me. No one is saying something to me that, okay, Manish, you have to work on 7 projects, 6 projects, you need to work on the deadlines. I set my own deadlines. I get irritated because of my own deadlines getting missed, and I'm working for myself, not for the organization. Because I know if I can improve on a daily basis, the organization will automatically improve. And you have to put that effort on a daily basis. So as a closing comment, I would leave you with 2 things. Work hard, stay focused, and success will follow. Thank you.